Hi, I'm Christian Clymer from We Work for Health, and thank you for visiting the We Work for Health website. This week, the Senate Finance Committee approved its healthcare reform legislation by a vote of 14 to 9. The bill would cost an estimated $829 billion, extend health insurance coverage to nearly 30 million uninsured Americans, and reduce the federal deficit by $81 billion once fully implemented. Members of the committee considered hundreds of amendments during their deliberations and worked into the very early hours Friday to complete markup of the bill, which will move comprehensive health reform legislation forward. An amendment proposed by Senator Bill Nelson from Florida, of particular interest to our industry, was voted down by the committee in a 10 to 13 vote. The amendment would impose mandatory rebates on drugs dispensed to Medicare beneficiaries who also receive Medicaid. This amendment, which is likely to resurface during the full Senate's consideration of reform legislation, could result in a range of unintended consequences, including, according to the Congressional Budget Office, a significant increase in beneficiary premiums. In addition, imposing price controls similar to the Medicaid program could also negatively impact the satisfaction of Part D enrollees, the overwhelming majority of whom say they like the Part D program. In contrast, the biopharmaceutical industry has pledged to support legislation that would help close the coverage gap in Medicare Part D by giving most seniors a 50% discount on their brand name medicines, while in the coverage gap, allowing seniors to spend less out of pocket for their medicines. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid will now lead negotiations to merge this bill with legislation previously approved by the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Senator Nelson said during the markup that Senator Reid had promised that this amendment could be reintroduced on the Senate floor. Make sure to check back next week for another update on healthcare reform. And thank you again for visiting WeWorkForHealth.org.